All right, so you are motivated by your ability to win. If you aren't challenged to be better than average, you are bored and unfulfilled. You don't, again, do well in situations where you are like the secretary. So a red personality who's sitting back looking at paperwork, filing things, having to sort files on a computer and send emails, that would drive you crazy. You'd be completely unhappy because you need to be out there in the front. You need to be out there representing the big idea. You need to have secretaries and people who do all those things for you, virtual assistants and different things who do all of the small things like putting your PowerPoint together, editing your images, editing your videos. That would drive you crazy, having to sit there and edit a video, but remember, if you're new to building an online business or you're new to whatever corporation you're joining or whatever the case is, sometimes just knowing who you are can be that motivating factor for you to get the skill set necessary so that you can lead. It'll be that motivating factor to get your business to a place so that you can afford to outsource. So you may have to just find a way to be satisfied with having to do the minute things that you don't want to do until you're able to get to where you want to be. When you join a new corporation, you might have to be that underdog for a minute, but your motivation is literally, this sucks, I don't want to be doing this, and not that it's bad, but that those situations, having to do the small details, but it's just not your personality, so it is very hard for you to sit there and do that. All right, so as long as you're in a situation where you're able to win and you're able to challenge and grow and you can see yourself being at the top, then you are okay. But if it's anything that's where you're stuck in the same position for 5 or 10 years, it's not moving, you're not doing something that's allowing you to focus and be that leader that you are, then that's when you become extremely bored and unfulfilled. All right, so Reds, get excited because you have stronger leadership capabilities. Okay, you have those very strong leadership capabilities. You should celebrate yourself because you know exactly what you want. You go after what you want and you don't stop until you win. Okay, so congrats, you're a red and you should be out winning and leading in life. Don't let anyone hide you in the shadows because you belong at the front of the line. All right, so let's go over a couple of things here. When I'm talking about staying in your lane, right? Staying in your lane. This is going to help you, this portion of the training, because it's going to show you what you should be doing and what you should not be doing. I just talked about that just a little bit there earlier. But your platform shall highlight you as the leader. Again, that CEO, that person that is running things, that person that has the big picture, right? That person that can outline a strategy, send it to the secretary and have it all printed out and typed up, what you're going to take in front of the people. Okay, you should focus on the big picture, Please, again, do not spend your time doing those minute details unless you're not in a position to do otherwise. But if you are not in that position, you should strive to get into a position where you are not focused on the details. There are other people out there, we're going to go through that, who are really great at it and have been highly successful at focusing on the details. But you were born to make executive decisions. Okay, executive decisions. You should hire a creative team to iron out the details, and I already talked about that. And just so you know, I'm definitely a red personality. I'm definitely a red personality. I have learned to deal with my issues with being a red, but I do love being a red. I'm very proud to be a red, and no matter what color you are, no matter what personality type you are, you should be proud to be who you are, because you are enough. You are great enough to do and be exactly who you were called to be. Again, with the Reds, and we're going to go into the other personalities a little bit later, but with the Reds, just want to make sure, again, that you surround yourself with people from different personalities, because you have a way of getting in your own way. You have a way of, again, focusing on, you know, what you want, and not necessarily seeing all of the avenues where it could be problematic. But that's just a small portion of who you are when it comes to the issues associated with your personality type. Overall, you have an amazing personality, because I'm a Red and I know I have an amazing personality, and I know that, again, you should be that leader that is focused on the big picture, who's out there hiring people to iron out the details. Okay, so some examples of well-known Red personalities would be Hillary Clinton, Robert De Niro, and Donald Trump. Okay. All right, so to continue this course, go ahead and continue to the next section.